All right, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to our channel. Okay, uh, let's be clear about something. You see, the Super Cup final between Tottenham and PSG. That's what I want to talk about, and I want to make this very clear. And if you are watching this video, I want you to watch with a very open mind. First of all, I'm a Chelsea fan, but as much as I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm going to be very, very fair and balanced in whatever I'm going to say. Remember, I've done a lot of videos about Real Madrid, about Arsenal. You see me celebrate Arsenal. You see me celebrate other players from other clubs, Liverpool and the rest. So it's a channel. This football channel is a channel where we get balanced information and fairness. Even though we do banter sometimes against our rival clubs and fans, but it's going to be fair and it's going to be a very honest opinion. So in the comment section, drop what you think and let's see and learn together. Number one, just like I said, I'm not a Tottenham fan, neither am I a PSG fan. I'm a Chelsea fan. But the sad truth is, Thomas Frank let the whole world down. Why did I say this? Him and perhaps the Tottenham player, they didn't realize that the whole world was behind them on Wednesday night. You know, and you started the game fine. Yeah, PSG is the best team in the world and all that. But you started the game with the game plan. Okay, I believe you must have watched the tactics of Enzo Maresca. I'm going to talk about Enzo Maresca in a moment. You must have watched the Club World Cup scenario, blah blah blah, and you started the game well, heading 2-0 up until 85 minutes, and you considered two just in 5 minutes, and that caused a lot of damage. Why did this happen? Because of very unreasonable substitutions that led to not being able to manage the game very well. And that's why Tottenham lost this game. Tottenham had already won this game. Remember, if you watch this game. And then to make matters worse, Richarlison was taken out, Kudus was taken out. Okay, fine. Even if you must even make all these substitutions, the Johnson that scored the goal in the Europa League final that made Tottenham to win the game against Man United, you didn't even play him at all. So I feel a lot of sentiment, and it's your first game or it's your first major game after preseason with Tottenham, and this has happened. So it's really disappointing to say, but what can we do? What can we do? Secondly, this is at the right time, the perfect time to give kudos and a lot of appraisal to Enzo Maresca because he's the only manager of an English football club that has stopped PSG from winning a major trophy. 3-0 in Club World Cup final. Nobody has done that. Nobody has been able to do that to PSG since PSG became very strong. Now, here is the thing. If you want to manage the game, you bring in players that can help you manage the game, lock the box. Remember, to those days in Inter Milan, Mourinho will even use him to play right back. They did all these shenanigans because they needed to lock the box and win the game. They don't need to be the best team in the world. And it worked. The same thing, sometimes you see Enzo Maresca bringing Nkunku that is not even playing regularly, or bringing Luis because some players are not playing regularly. And you instruct them, your aim is not to go and attack. Manage the game, cause confusion in the midfield, and the game ends. And it's been working. There's a difference between when you are defending and when you are attacking and when you are managing the game. And Thomas Frank, you need to learn this. And this is what Enzo Maresca did. In the final, he locked the midfield. And that is the strength of PSG. If this is identified and you hold them down there, that's the end of the matter. You don't need to be the best team to win the game. And look at PSG, for example, that Vitinha and their midfield, that is their engine room. And with Reece James and Caicedo then, it was a total shutdown. And then with Joao Pedro and Paul Palmer doing their thing in the front, you know, for me, Enzo Maresca deserves the world credit at the moment because he studied PSG like a chess master, and if you look at what happened in the final, it's not the normal regular lineup or the normal tactics of Chelsea. So that's to tell you that Enzo Maresca is very competent in making changes after a perfect study of the opponent. Make some perfect changes. He's not. I'm not saying he's 100% all the time, but when you study your opponent very well, and you know your strength and weakness and the other side as well. You'll be able to implement these things and you'll be able to work. Because for me, what Enrique is doing in PSG is more like you are using the same pattern because you have the players that know how to press the button, pa, 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 and they score. It's the only pattern they use. So if you study PSG in that dimension, you'll be able to hold them down with their strength and with their weakness. And that's what, and it's only Chelsea that has been able to get away with that. Because PSG does not have any other pattern they play. It's just that same pattern. Remember, in the days of Javi and Iniesta and Messi, those days, they had those same pattern, and it was working for them for years. You know, but sometimes you need to make changes. And that's why till today Barcelona will always be scared of playing against an English club because whenever they meet either Chelsea or any other English club, it's always very hard for them. Or is it Liverpool that are not taking them out in the Champions League? Mention it. So it's a very sad moment for Tottenham because they won this game and yeah, it was a mess in the end. Yeah, I know players can be tired sometimes, but then remember, sometimes even when players are tired and you are winning 2-0, that strength will come. I remember in the FA Cup final, 2000, was it 2006 or 2007, when Chelsea won 1-0 against Man United after regular time and extra time. It was so close to the end of extra time that Drogba scored. There was a time Drogba wanted to come out, and he was giving Mourinho a sign that he wants to come out, and Mourinho said, "No, stay there." Drogba was like, "I'm dying." He said, "Yeah, go and die there." And in the end, Drogba scored, and that was how Chelsea won. That's the spirit. No, you brought in players that couldn't manage the game, and the whole thing was just even Solanke that came. Solanke could not even do anything. It was a whole mess, to be honest. But congratulations to PSG, though. They've won it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for your likes and comments. Drop your comments and see what you think about this because you know we feel very disappointed, but it is what it is. Bye for now.